Let's go grind. Let's hit that like button. We back at it again, man. This is the aftermath. Oh, man. Sit back and enjoy the intro.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do. We haven't done our best work with our first party output.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company.
I missed you.
Here's some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through
Not
times
to
where
throw
we've done.
mud on you, but now you have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say. And
In your head, it's like a creepy circus. Are you ready for the show? Now tell me, where did all your courage go? I'm back. I control you, just as in a game. But don't try to fight me back. You can't break me. Try it.
would you ship that? What you just played?
Boo.
I see commentary. If you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and just build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
I'm here. I control you, just as in a game. But don't try to fight me back. You can't break me. Try it, and you shall I'm back. Boo.
Very best work in gaming. It's a core business for us.
Stop! Enough!
We're in the game, but we can't find the cheat code. Our leadership's a mess, it's like they hit explode. The console's lagging, the graphics pixelated. We're losing every match, our teammates frustrated. Xbox, we suck again, we just can't seem to win. Our leadership is trash, it's time for us to spin. Our console's seen better days, the cloud's filled with doubt, but Phil Spencer keeps spinning, going round and round.
Ultimate grinder music!
just can't win. Competent and making great games, it's true. But we'll sign it back with Xbox trim stamps just for you. Take you out to rooftop party, oh it's a club sign and have a right. It'll be a blast show. We stumble but we like to pretend. With Xbox trim stamps, you baby, it's a mix. Stumble and fall, but we can sing. Oh, Xbox trim stamps. We know trim stamps here to stay. Join the party, come on, it's not the day. Our last but be our friend. Look at your trim stamps and forget we suck again.
Gaming.
Xbox tram stamps, they're here to stay. Join the party, come on, it's Matt Booty.
One more Ultimate Grinder music.
Woke up this morning, feeling so inspired. Got my cup coffee, ready to get wired. I opened up my laptop, loads of code to write, but my mind's on brunch, can't wait for a bite. Yum, yum. Brunch, no crunch, that's my game. Coated in munching, it's all the same. Working hard, never missing out. Brunching all the way, without a doubt. We have a top-notch break.
All right, grinders, we're gonna do a blast from the past here. As we come in, we have a special guest. Gonna start the show, which is next year, with some Inception right here.
After almost
Grindception.
20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take into account the impact to our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft proposal undermines the principle. Jim, Gloria, Spencer, get in here. You got something to say right now. Get on in here. We got something to say. What?
For letting me speak.
Oh my God, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan
Now.
from the grave.
I am a businessman. I, Jim Ryan, want
He told us.
to protect the PlayStation 5 and the Sony brand. So, when Phil Spencer took our private business and made it public, I was like, hell no. This will be not my demise as we here at PlayStation. This was a time for me to stand up and say enough. Enough, dollar bill Phil. Enough of your bottom dollar gaming. We here at PlayStation want quality. We want games. We demand perfection. So, when you try to pull me into your dollar bill Phil world, ankle deep in a Walmart discount bin. I said, no. Jim Bryan saves the day again. So, Phil brought me into this, so I will end it. I said, block that deal. Stop, Dollar Bill Phil. They don't care about Call of Duty like PlayStation does. PlayStation's the whole of quality gaming. And we believe in it. We didn't trust the grubby hands of Phil Spencer to destroy the brand that makes us money. So, Phil, on this day, I salute the CMA for knowing that PlayStation means quality and adhering to the quality PlayStation gamers deserve. So, Dollar Bill Phil, you could figure out what you're gonna do, but you look at the beast. Private Jim Ramsey Ryan, you look the beast. And I stood up and demanded quality for all gamers. While you diluted Call of Duty, I put it on the pedestal. And because you wouldn't shut up, I had to shut you down. So Grindhouse and PlayStation gamers, come with me, the quality games, and then this raw deal.
It's not even pink, this raw.
That's right.
Has delivered undercooked salmon.
Damn it, Holst. Let's go selling, baby. So grinders, God bless the PSVR. God bless quality games. God bless Call of Duty. And God bless the CMA. And finally, God bless the PS5. Thank you again, grinders. Hit that like button because we know quality, and Jim Private Ryan knows what you want.
It's not even pink, this raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Yo, grinders, what's up, everybody? How you doing? What an intro. What an intro of the Grindsverse. Holy crap. Yo, I was just cracking up listening to Jim Gordon Ramsay on his deathbed. We got him back from the grave, man. He took a break from pudding night. Jim Jarrett. Jim Jarrett. Oh, Jim Ryan. He said it true, man. Phil called him out. He tried to block that deal. He goes, I want that deal blocked. He knew it. And we'll see if his Call of Duty, let's see if his Call of Duty basically predictions come true. My goodness, who knows where we're at. But yes, we're back again, grinded. Yo, shout out to True SSJ Hawk for being a VIP grinder. He's gonna get in on that members. I'm gonna figure out when to do this member stream, but I keep seeing this stuff. But we're gonna do one. Definitely, I'm gonna get done this week. We'll find something this week or early next week. We're gonna do that member stream. But trust me, man. This is Jayhawk member for 2 months. He goes, back, baby. How did a $2 trillion company, man, I have to correct you, $3 trillion company get filled with such incompetence? Phil's management has always been trash. His tenure had no games. You bet? Yeah. Yeah, man. I know. Thanks, Matty Beast. Yeah, 3 days straight, man. Hey, if I can deliver the goods, I'm going to deliver the goods to everybody. Grinders demand it. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. So we're ready to go. Claymore's with 10 gifted members. He wants them all in the house. Oh, damn. Get on in here. Hit that like button, grinded. Yo, thank you so much, Claymore's. I really appreciate it. Yo, Jesus Fake Outrages in here. BV, D-Truth. Got it. D-Truth. That's right, D-Truth. Sumasham. Yo, welcome. Be on VIP Grinder. Flex those emojis. We're going to get that new one in there. If I get around to it. Yeah, my goodness. Oh, RPG Gamer with the gifted members. Hey, T-Bone got it. Oh, thank you so much. T-Bone, get that. Flex those emojis. We got Herman Holt splits. So as you can see from the thumbnail here. Well, first off, let me just say the wonderful music provided by the Gaming Grindhouse Records, that is for the Ultimate Grinder. So if you get the VIPs, you can upgrade to the Ultimate Grinder. You get all the album, the whole slew of games, slew of music. And when they drop, you get them day one. I'll put them out there just for you guys to watch and vote and tell me what other songs we should be making. So yeah, definitely working on those. Another one will be uploaded this week, so you get about 2 or so a week, and that's for the Ultimate Grinders. So definitely there. I try to get some out to everybody else, some of the VIPs, but definitely want to take care of those Ultimate Grinders for the Grinds Pass of the music. So all the music that you hear, some of those songs, I put clips in here, put those things in here. That's where it's from. It's from the some of them are open there for everybody else too. So just let that. Call of the Booty. Oh my goodness. Yo, Lord Hog, member for 11 months. He goes Sega all over again. Buy Xbox, dude. Lord Hog, if this was the thing about Sega, I'm gonna tell you something. This thing about Sega stuff, right? Sega didn't bring the whole friggin' industry down with it. That's the problem I have with this Xbox One, because it seems that, if Xbox just kind of self-imploded and just was hurting itself, it is what it is. That's right, Ray's Ultimate Grinder is Game Pass Ultimate, basically. But there's much more quality, as you can hear from the music. I do. I release more quality than this. I know about content. I could manage a service better than Phil Spencer can. Goddamn. But the thing about Sega is it didn't drag down the whole friggin' industry with it. That's where I don't like what Microsoft is doing. And I just kind of, that thing that I brought up about, the Jim Ryan thing, and just trying to remember where we were about a year ago. Like how we were a year ago with this deal, and how the CMA blocked it at first. And Microsoft just kept fighting tooth and nail. They threatened to pull out of the UK. Jim Ryan was like, I just don't want this deal to go through. He was more worried about Call of Duty, not anything else. But the people that didn't listen to the other side of the story and just thought that you were a hater if you didn't want this deal to go through. And now they're seeing it, and in a way that they were so blind to see it. Last year, it was like Microsoft's $1 trillion company. They could spend it. Let them do it. And the problem was that Microsoft didn't just mess up Halo and mess up its own identity. It started buying games that were on other platforms, games that if you're not part of the ecosystem, you play on. Starfield was going everywhere. Microsoft's the one who spent $7 billion to pull that away from PlayStation. Same thing with Redfall. A PS5 version was being made there. Maybe it would have been better if they had the time to do it, or maybe they just would have canceled it. But Microsoft spent $7 million to make it their own. They told them to stop making the PlayStation versions. And they're like, oh, we're not going to do that with Call of Duty. And now they took Call of Duty. If you're a gamer that plays not even with Xbox, you play on PC, you play on Steam, you play on PlayStation. Microsoft's failures are now affecting you, because now they're going to buy shit that we play outside of Microsoft's world, and they're bringing it in, and they're putting trash finger to it. That's where I have the problem. That's why I'm like, you know what? If you're going to hurt yourself with bad decisions, then hurt yourself, but stop shitting on my lawn. Stop taking all your errors and ways, taking franchises and studios that may have put out games on other platforms and done well and all this other stuff, and make them your own, and then just mishandle them and shut them down. Like a hungry whale that's just eating all the stuff. That's where they're different than Sega. Sega didn't bring down third party when they went down. They just went down and said, oops, we're just going to put our games everywhere and call it. But Xbox is really trying to disrupt gaming and make it conform to themselves. That's why I always questioned, why did they have to buy an entire publisher? Like, if Microsoft was just going to do what Sony did and just buy timed exclusives and just do that stuff, like, hey, it's egregious, it's business, it sucks sometimes. If it's something that you like that's a timed exclusive, like, with Rise of the Tomb Raider and, you got Final Fantasy, it's like, okay, fine, that's just business. That's just like, here's a swing, I'll get you back, I'll do this. But when you go out and you spend tons of money and buy the whole publisher, soup to nuts, the cradle to grave of a company, and you control everything about them. You control what they're working on, how they function, where they're getting their money from, what kind of computers they work on, all this stuff, how they distribute, what they're going to make, how they're going to make it, how they're going to create this stuff. Now we're getting seedy. Now we're getting into some challenges right now. Now you're going to be shitting in my lawn. Now we got problems. And that's what they've been doing. And not with just one publisher, with the biggest publisher. 2 in a matter of 4 years. That's the difference. Like, if you just want to put your shit everywhere and call it a day, or just cancel your Xbox and you self-implode, but don't take the gaming industry down with you. Don't buy publishers, get their studios who are working on stuff, and then just shut them down. Like we've seen. Like, Tango will never be again. Like, they're gone. They're not reallocated. They didn't give them a chance to go like Toys for Bob and buy themselves and still live on. They didn't do anything. They shut them down. They imploded them. They're gone. Just like what Embracer did with the Volition and stuff. Like, we're seeing these studios, and they actually put stuff out, and they're gone. Eradicated. That's some scary shit. Franchises that like, they're gone. And now they go into the archives of who's ever going to make them. That's disruptive. Not only did you... And that's what happens when they own a publisher. If Microsoft never owned Bethesda and just got Starfield exclusive, it will be up to ZeniMax to close them down. And would they? Who knows? We won't know. But we know from Booty's email, it seems like they don't want to deal with those small games anymore. Now they want high-impact games. That don't mean quality. I didn't hear the word quality in Booty's email, that they're focusing on high-quality, high-impact games. He just says high-impact, which means is what? A lot of eyes on it? Because high-impact doesn't mean quality. That doesn't mean AAA. That doesn't mean quadruple A. That doesn't mean big franchises. That just means high-impact. What the hell's a high-impact game? We don't know. But it didn't seem that Hi-Fi Rush at 3 million sold was not a high impact. Even though it was on awards, even though it was probably one of the celebrated games that got at the Game Awards, which Microsoft never really even had representation of Game Awards except for Forza, and then they had Starfield, but also Redfall was in there. But Redfall's not considered a high-impact game. That's an insult to that game. Exactly, mass produce. Could be Pal Worlds. Is that considered high impact? A preview game that just blew up? Who knows? But high impact could be taken in all different directions. We don't know what that means. That could be quality. That doesn't mean quality games. They're still trying to figure out quality games since 2019, 2017. Game Night with the 10, he goes, it's sad that us having to look at developers under Xbox being like, yep, they're going to close next. Hellblade 2 ain't going to reach 1 million
number one
sales
customer,
like the first game did. Yeah, I would be, and you know, the Game Night brings up a good point here. You know, one of the other things too is like, you're right, Hellblade 2, Ninja Theory, after Hellblade 2, they might be pivoted and reallocated somewhere. They may use their tech with maybe with somebody else, Machine Games Aid, who knows? Will they be able to function the same way? They kept Hellblade 2 small with the small development. They tried to do the same thing, which was a head scratcher on top of that, because Hellblade 2 was supposed to be something under the $3 trillion company. Shouldn't be more of the first. It should have been something bigger and broader and better and open worlds and a lot of travel and traversal and, you know, like this, like what they initially thought. People were thinking it was going to be their God of War back in 2018. Oh man, what if they were able to do that with 15 people over 4 years? Imagine with the $1 trillion Microsoft budget behind them, what they're going to do. And now we look at Hellblade 2 and it's like, oh yeah, it's Unreal 5. It looks better, but that's it. Same length game, like same quirks, same single person combat. Like, that's what you done? That's what we did? And especially it took you almost double the amount of time to make the same game. Same type of game. You're supposed to make people bigger and better. You know, a perfect example will be like Housemarque. They were making little games, and then under the PS5 and what Sony saw at Housemarque, let's do Returnal. Oh, wow, okay, that's something different. That's something bigger and better. That's the kind of evolution you would expect when Microsoft, a $3 trillion company, buys another studio. But I'm not even talking about the studio stuff. But you're right in the sense that some of these games, they may think about Compulsion. They haven't put out anything since We Happy Few. They put out their game. What happens to them? Do they get absorbed? Do they get moved over? But I want to focus more on the publisher aspect of it, because the publisher aspect is the stuff that they're taking third-party publishers and making them their own and now repurposing them or reorganizing them to fit Satya and Microsoft's vision. That's the issue that I have, because it's like, I've always like, hey, if you want to get Bethesda and get Starfield exclusive like Sony did with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, that wasn't disruptive to Bethesda. But that actually, those games did definitely Deathloop. They did great, right? Deathloop did wonderful. They got all. I didn't like it. I fell into the hype and bought it. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it was reviewed very well. Like, it did great for them as an exclusive game. Bethesda actually turned it around, because before that was Fallout 76 and Prey and all these other games, and like Deathloop was a sort of like a breakout hit for Bethesda. Hell, who would have thunk it, right? Sony made it exclusive, and Deathloop became really like a good, well-reviewed game. Who would have thunk it? A Sony exclusive game from Bethesda would be a turnaround for Bethesda. And what's crazy is right at the time that happened, that's when Microsoft bought Bethesda. So Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo were Sony exclusives without having to purchase the whole company. No publisher. Bethesda wasn't, ZeniMax, online, nothing was affected. Sony just said, hey, we want that over here. We'll give you the money. You make it. Quality, done. No one was harmed there. But then Microsoft goes and buys the whole publisher. Redfall's mismanaged and released, told not to make a PS5 version. Starfield was teetered around. Exclusive with
You're my number one customer.
And now you look. Now they shut down the studios after they released games. They produced. Their production studios, they produced. And their reward is to get shut down. Gone. Eradicated. Yeah, see, everybody, some people like Deathloop. I like the story was interesting. The concept was interesting. I just didn't like the design and I wasn't a fan. It just didn't stay with me. I played it for a while. I played it probably like 10, I think in 10 hours or something like that. But then I was just like done. I didn't like I know what happened to me with Deathloop. I was supposed to go into a masquerade and kill assassinate one of the people in the masquerade. And what happened is that they had to come out at a certain time. And actually, I shifted and was able to kill them and assassinate them and complete. But the mission didn't show completed because I didn't do it in the way that the game wanted me to do it. I had to set up the trap. I had to approach it specifically a certain way. And when I just killed, I was like, "Oh, I did it. Let me get out of here." The mission didn't register, and I'm like, "Oh, I got to go there. I got to set up a certain trap. Wait for them to do that." And I'm just like, "Oh, no, nah. I want more open ended." And things like that. So that's where I kind of dropped off with Deathloop. Time Marshall with the 5. He goes, hope buying ABK was worth it. Xbox is going to be your downfall. Should have listened to Jim Ryan. That's right. That's why I play the Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan. And look what happened to the studio shutting down. Thank you, Time Marshall. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Man, it's right. What's going to happen? They already show a Blizzard. If we recall, and again, this is just kind of preface. I'm just responding to the grinders in the chat. Because I had definitely a couple things I want to show on here, but I appreciate all the interaction, so I would definitely want to address some of the things, especially the chats here. One of the things here, with Downfall with the ABK, we already seen some of that effect. Blizzard got completely just reformatted. They canceled BlizzCon, and then on top of that, they took Blizzard and they stopped they canceled their game that they were making. Remember, Blizzard what was that? Blizzard was working on a game. They canceled their game, right? And the layoffs for Blizzard. Blizzard, they can't. I forgot what game it was. After and then they canceled BlizzCon. What game from Blizzard? Was it? They just did that. Was that last month? 2 months ago? They slashed 2,000 jobs in the gaming division on January 25th. Oh, my goodness. Impacting Activision, Blizzard, ZeniMax, and Xbox. They already laid off from ZeniMax, too. And now we learned that the in-developed survival game from Blizzard, codenamed Odyssey, has been canceled. And most of the team working on that game will let go. So they canceled Odyssey from Blizzard. So that's another one. Yo, what's up, Thrifty? So that's another one. So there you go. They bought ABK. They gutted Blizzard. They canceled BlizzCon. They canceled the survival game Odyssey. Ybarra's game. Yeah, it was Ybarra's game. They got Ybarra left. And that's what they did to Blizzard. Now, they just came over and just did it again now. A few months later. Shut them down. And more details of the shutdown. And that's what I wanted to share today. Insane. Now that we found more information about this. And I cannot wait to wait to Friday for this. Because this is pretty insane. It just shows the incompetence of their management. I can't believe it. Like I made a fly on the wall over there to know what the hell is going on. It's like a mutiny. Like there's been a turnover. It's like Phil was there trying to do this stuff, and Satya and the business people came in and just said, "I'm the captain of the ship now." And they just said, "You sit down, Phil Ness." I don't know. And Booty, you do our dirty work with that dirty ass. I don't know what the hell's going on. But what sucks is that Microsoft's mismanagement is affecting the development of games, the production of games, and you got to scratch your head and go, why? What is this high impact pivot? Like, what is this another pivot? It used to be that Game Pass was great for smaller games and in between the big games, and the Hi-Fi Rush games were celebrated because they were able to flourish and get approved for something like Game Pass. And now that's the studio you shut down, and the reasoning is because you got to focus on high-impact games now? Bigger, high-impact games? Like, whoa, what happened? What happened there? That's right, Ryan. That's right. Wait, no, that's right. Who was saying that? That's right. You do.
Prepare ship for ludicrous speed.
There you go.
Fasten all seatbelts. Seal all entrances and exits. Close all shops in the mall. Cancel the free-range circus. Secure all animals in the zoo.
Be called a legit 14-month VIP. He goes, wow, 3 shows? What are we doing here? Thank you, and go Knicks. That's right. Damn right. Go Knicks. And let's go Rangers, baby. Woo, 2-0. Let's go. But yeah, like that we're already seeing the repercussions. And this is what happens. See, if Microsoft just went to, hey, let's get some cold. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's like, if they just wanted to, and I said this last year, and I said this on a couple of shows already, if they just wanted to bring the games to Xbox and to the gamers and to Game Pass, and they have plenty of money to do that. They could have done it. And I was always on this show saying, if the games are the most important thing and bringing games and content to you, why aren't they doing it? Oh, but they bought this studio. They buying this and they buying that. But they didn't have to buy this stuff to bring you games. We didn't have to sit through court documents to get Gears 1, 2, and 3. We didn't have to own Cliff Blazinski. We didn't have to own Rod Ferguson. We didn't have to own Epic. You didn't have to own what's his name from BioShock to get BioShock 1. You didn't have to own them. You didn't have to own EA and Mass Effect, and you didn't have to own BioWare in order to get that. And what's hilarious is that they got the guy from BioWare, the developer of that. They did nothing with him. They put him on HoloLens, and he left. There was a big deal, like, oh man, the guy from BioWare, the president from BioWare is coming to work at Microsoft. He's here. What is he going to do? He did nothing. And he left. They've had talent come in and come out. They don't do anything with them. But if it's all about games, Ken Levine's game, that's right. If it's all about the games, they could have done it. But they didn't. Instead, they bought publishers. Oh, they're busy now. They bought whole ZeniMax. They own it all. Oh, no, that's not good. It's great. Great for gamers. This is great for everybody. But why? It's for games. Game Pass. You mean those old ass Bethesda games going in Game Pass? They spent $7 billion for old ass Bethesda games. That's the W there. That's what the Xbox faithful have been waiting for. Games that they played before going in a service that they're currently paying for now. That's the winning W. Just like right now, you're sitting here waiting for Call of Duty games in Game Pass. Really, the missing piece is Call of Duty 1 and the Vietnam not in Game Pass. That's the missing piece. That's the thing that's going to put Xbox over the hill on Game Pass. Old ass Call of Duty, the one that launched Call of Duty 2 for the 360 that could be played backwards compatible. It could be played. That game going in a service that you're paying $17 a month for. That's the winning ticket. Now, that's why they're buying Activision. $7 billion to give you Call of Duty Vietnam in Game Pass. Dude, what kind of flex? That's a flex. That's a W. That's the missing piece. That gets Xbox on the map. Old ass Call of Duty games. They're already backwards compatible. We already went through that phase when Microsoft was announcing they're backwards compatible. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm playing Call of Duty again." Well, but now I don't need to pay it. It's in Call of Duty. What's up, Toolman? Like, that's it? Come on. That makes no sense. That's why in the search for W's, all they get are else. Shirts in the grindhouse shop. This is what they're doing. And that's why I never understood the whole fight by everybody to get them to buy the whole ass publisher. Especially, they bought Bethesda, didn't even do anything with them yet, and they were out there shopping $70 billion for Call of Duty. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, keep buying, buy Sega, buy this." Oh, Hose Law, yo, he's off the deep end, man. Claymores, I saw some of his stuff. He's all Hose Law. He for the streets, please. All those clowns, everybody that was opportunistic on the goddamn People's Court. That's what they watched. Last year was People's Court. Oh, Phil's wearing a suit. Oh my God, I'm wearing a suit on my podcast. Like, clowns, dude, clowns. For what? And I love that all this happened for this deal in the company that had billions and trillions of dollars. Microsoft could spend Sony out of business. By the way, where's Lulu? Where's Lulu? Spend them out of business. Hose Law for the street. That's right, Don John. Spend them out of business. All of a sudden now, they're poor. Microsoft is now poor. Oh no. What about the company that everybody's like, they got, I heard of people go, they got offshore accounts. Goddamn people, like, they not only do they have friggin' servers in the ocean, but they got they got money in Europe that they could just spend. They could go buy a whole ass company. Oh yeah, this is cash money. They could buy cash. Microsoft got all this cash. They have all this money in the world. Unlimited budgets, they were saying, right? Grinders, unlimited budgets. That's right, Judge Jez. Remember Grindhouse Law? I told you the way it was. Grindhouse Law, baby. Order in that friggin' court. Right? Unlimited budgets they got. What happened? Microsoft now scrambling around petty cash? Oh, we got to cut this. We got to cut this. Close them down. I got to put games on PlayStation to make a buck. Hand me outs. Hopefully you enjoy them. Hand me outs. Make a PlayStation version. Phil, you were canceling PlayStation versions last year with Redfall and Starfield. Now this year you're telling them to make PlayStation versions? For freaking hand me outs? What happened? What happened to the unlimited budgets? All the money's in the world. Cha-ching, cha-ching. What happened? Where's all the money now? Now all of a sudden we're budget cutting? Oh, the industry's changing. No. No. The industry is not buying publishers, bitch. The industry didn't spend $7 billion. Because if an industry is going under or it's going to cap out, who's the clown spending $7 billion on an industry that's not growing? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller. Oh, the gaming industry's in a bind. Anybody? If the gaming industry was such a bind and there was so much stuff going on, why would you spend $7 billion? Who's spending all that money? You should be cautious with your money if that's an industry that doesn't see growth, right? If the industry's not growing, why are you investing in something that's not growing and spending on the most expensive monetary purchase of a gaming transaction in the history of gaming? $70 billion to come back and be like, well, the industry is not growing. The things are not growing. Game Pass isn't growing. The mobile sales are down. Excuse me? How do we come in here so depressed? And the industry is not growing and growth and all this stuff that he said on that podcast. Who's the clown that just rolled out $70 billion? I wouldn't spend $70 billion in an industry that didn't see growth. Did you? I wouldn't. Subscriptions have slowed down. Mobile gaming, not playing your games. It was a crapshoot. It was a desperation. I told you this last year. I said that this purchase of Activision, people are like, oh, they're going to get Toys for Bob. It's going to make Banjo. And you clown sons of bitches. Really? Oh, it is going to make Halo and all that. Yeah. I got responses for all those things. There you go. Yeah, they're going to do all of them. Toys for Bob is making Banjo. What a great opportunity. Get the... Yeah. Yeah, that's all happening. All that shit. And get ready. Because guess what happened? What we've seen in the financials so far. Guess what? And this is exactly what's happening. There has been a mutiny. There has been a takeover. You know what that takeover is, right? It was a whole 3-ring circus, Kenneth. That's right. A whole 3-ring circus. But they had the flame-eating people. They had the bearded lady. They were all out there. They had the lions, the tigers, the elephants, the fire rings, the trapeze artists. They had them all. 3-ring friggin' circus with Phil with the big black hat on, the big red hat and the red coat. Told you all year. You saw it all. I showed the friggin' articles. You said it. It was a desperation swing for the fences. They were opportunistic that, Big Booty Bobby was in the rut about his frat boys. They wanted him out, and Phil saw an opportunity to slither his way in there, offer him more money than God, and bail him out. And they also, guess what? Bailed themselves out. Because if you look at the financials, Xbox division, even with Bethesda and ZeniMax publishing, are flatlined and in the negative. The only positive is Activision, which will be very interesting to see next year when they compare apples to apples. How's Activision compared with Activision? Not without and with. We will find out next year if they're around. Who the hell knows? But if you've seen the mutiny, there is a mutiny. Xbox now is Activision. ABK. ABK is your Xbox. That's it. They came in. They showed 40% growth. Xbox is the anchor that's putting it down. Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, ZeniMax, hardware. All those things are the anchors. Those are the negatives. The positive is Activision. They spent $7 billion to show growth. So guess what, everybody? Welcome. Activision, ABK, is your Xbox. They took over. And the money took over. And that's why the pivot has occurred. That's why Matt Booty's email is high-impact titles. Know what he's turned into? He basically turned Xbox into Activision. They're going to focus on big service games that are on everything and call it a friggin' day. Sit back, set it, and forget it. That's what they're doing.
There's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell
That's what it's going to be. More with less. Stutter and Satya wants to be on the cruise ships. He's done. Your ABK, boom. It's Call of Duty for gaming. It is mobile for Panda Pop, or not Panda Pop, Candy Crush. And PC with Blizzard. Open, shut, done, case, we are out, done. Boom. ABK is Xbox game, is Microsoft Gaming. Done. ABK Minecraft. Done. Elder Scrolls Online. Done. That's it. You think they're going to spend money? And Indiana Jones has an IP. Maybe they'll use that little bit of IP. That's it. Who knows what happened to Machine Games? Microsoft. That's right, Weezard. Microsoft. That's it. They wanted Minecraft, and they got it. They got it. ABK solves everything. It gets the mobile, it gets the services, and it gets adoption. And then another reason why they own these publishers is so they can inject all the bullshit from Microsoft. What do you think all this AI talk is? You think they're going to go tap on EA's shoulders and say, can you use Microsoft AI in Madden? He's going to be like, no, we got Frostbite. We're not using that shit. But guess what? They tap on Call of Duty. It's like, we own you, bitch. Satya wants AI. We implement it now. Booty clapping in the streets. Oh, shit. We spent $80 billion. Do a goddamn cartwheel for me right now. Cartwheel. Sue, get on the scooter. I want to see you ride. Ride for me now. I own your ass. I own you. $80 billion. Do a friggin' cartwheel right now. 2 cartwheels. AI in the game right now. I want AI. I don't give a shit who's doing AI. Satya wants AI and AI and Call of Duty. Go now. Bitch. What? Cartwheel, motherfucker. Cartwheel. Booty wants you clapping. Paid $80 billion. You doing a cartwheel. And Booty says do a cartwheel. You do a freaking cartwheel. We own you. Todd Howell's like, I'm gonna put the, you're gonna what? And then, no. Satya said AI and friggin' Elder Scroll now. But I don't know how to cloud, bitch. I want cloud. Make those trees wave. I want some sort of friggin' cloud in this bullshit. What? Todd Howell, get him a cartwheel. Cartwheel now. $7 billion, bitch. You're doing a cartwheel. I want AI. That's what happens when you own the whole publisher. That's what you can do. That's the power. Shut them down. Hey, oh, but you don't believe me, Grinders? Wait, 300? Hit that like button, Grinders. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Let's find out what the power of owning a publisher can do. Well, by golly, Holy Spirits, activate. Why don't you take a look at this? Where is that one? I got it right here. Let me show you what happens when you own a publisher, Grinders. I give you exhibit A, B, C, D, and E, and F. Jason Schreier on the case. Hit that like button, Grinders. You can mandate the students. And guess what else we could do? Grab me the scooter on the way back, Weezer. That's right. A spokesperson at Xbox declined for comment, you know. They asked Phil, say something. Phil, do you have something to say about the studio closure? Because guess what? None of them said anything. Nobody said that. We saw Booty's email leaked. We saw Booty's email. Phil had nothing to say. Sarah Bond, nothing to say. Greenberg, nothing to say. I don't know how they're going to promote Hellblade 2 and this bullshit and the Fan Fest. Who knows who's crawling up that ass for tramp stamps. But, Phil, do you have any comment about this?
Prepare ship! Prepare ship! Prepare ship!
Oh, damn, Phil. Yeah, so this is what happens when you own. Thank you, Mr. Carter. I appreciate it. Hey, look, it's right here. This is it. It's right here. There's nothing to joke about. There's no, it's right here. Here it is. I'm sure I should. Yeah, where are they? I didn't see any tweet from them. Oh, sad. See, wait, I got receipts. Hit that freaking like button, Grinders. Get them all in here. Share it out. Get the Grinders in here. Get that 5 alarm fire. They don't know that I'm live right now. Get them. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Oh, damn, I'm coming for you guys. We're on the way for 3,000 subscribers, baby. We're 200 away. So, look, when you own a publisher, look what happens. Spokesperson said nothing. They said prepare ship. They didn't say anything. Employees were shocked by the unexpected shuttering Tuesday of 3 Xbox subsidiaries and absorption of a 4th. Oh, you could absorb them now. You could combine them because you own the whole ass publisher. So you could do all this shit. You manipulate the whole friggin' thing. The closures include Tokyo-based Tango Works, which, here we go. Here we go. Which last year released Hi-Fi Rush. Tango was in the process of pitching a sequel, said the people who asked not to be identified, discussing non-public information. You believe that? They were in the process of pitching a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush. Didn't we remember that from yesterday's insight of the Xbox podcast? What was that? The Xbox podcast, you know. What's so funny? Granted, we could go on here for days. I know you love it. I know you love it because this is the stuff. You know what's so funny? The Xbox podcast, by the way. Remember that wonderful podcast that Phil said that, like, we're going to do this and make sequels? Because I showed it already. But know what's so funny is that when they scheduled this Xbox podcast, they acted like this was a monthly show. The Xbox podcast was a thing. The official Xbox podcast. Have we had another Xbox podcast since this one? Just asking for a friend. Has there been more than I missed? Has there been more? Maybe there has been. Maybe I'm missing something here. I look up Xbox podcast, and this is the only one that comes up. The official Xbox podcast. Have they any good news to share about games or releases of Hellblade 2 or new updates coming? Anything? They just pulled this out their ass.
You're my number one customer.
Search Xbox podcast. This is on their Xbox website. Do they have like an Xbox podcast playlist or something? Am I missing something? The Xbox partner preview. I haven't seen a playlist. Let's see. Do they have Xbox podcast? Oh, so it was a one-off bullshit. Exactly. That's exactly what I thought it was. Oh, we're gonna. Here it is. Oh, here it is. They did something. Okay, wait a sec. We had an Xbox podcast. Hold on. Indie games. So they had one indie game showing up this summer. They sat around and talked and stuff. Oh, here they go. So they do have one. Okay, great. They had one. I don't know who these people are. Oh, for the Xbox Summer, that indie show. Oh my goodness, indie showcase. Wrapping up X-Men. Let's see, they did this one. Where's the lady that interviewed Phil? Is this it? Is she on here? Who are these people? It's this guy?
Yeah, they're totally. What the hell is this guy?
That's a win either way.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
If I get to over-index on a topic, my afternoon is made. So that.
Dude, talk about how low-key this Xbox podcast is. Like, they had, like, the 3 executives on there, and meanwhile, now it's just a bunch of dudes on the couch. Like, that's
actually just, like, doing the thing, making games.
Who's this guy?
We kind of just did it from then till now, right? Like, there was no stint in the industry.
This is so weird, dude. Like, why would what set was Phil Spencer sitting on?
Games in this podcast range from
is
E to M.
this the Xbox podcast?
What is going on, everybody?
Why are
Welcome
these
back
people
to
on
the
a
official
video?
Xbox podcast, the only podcast coming to you from inside Xbox. And this week, inside Xbox means we're coming to you from our homes. It's so great to have you joining us. If this is your first time watching, apologies that I have to be the host for your first time, but it's okay.
Games in this podcast range from E to M.
I'm a most of things, but it's good to know that that's actually.
So they have a studio
Games in
and
this
then they go
podcast
from
range-
home?
Mark for the genre.
Games in this podcast range from E to M.
Hello, and
Games in this
I
podcast
don't know
range
who
from
these are. But man, I gotta see. So,
and all
Jesus.
the fanfare that goes.
Holy crap! It was like 700,000 views for the one that. Like, what set is this? They're doing it from their houses, dude. Yo, they totally just. They just said, Phil, we gotta put you on something. We gotta put you on something. It is wild, dude. I don't know. Well, it is an official podcast, but you wouldn't even know it existed unless Phil Spencer showed up on it. Holy crap! But anyway, what was I going to? Oh, I was going to this one, right? So we were talking about sequels, right? We're talking about sequels. Back into the left. Right, Phil, let's talk about the sequels. There he goes. And get ready, his eyes, watch his eyes.
Community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the community. It's more players to play with. I'd say two of the other games are smaller games that were never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that.
They were never built. These talking about Hi-Fi Rush. They were never built to be platform exclusive.
You're my #1 customer.
It was launched day one in Game Pass during your developer direct as an exclusive Game Pass stealth drop for Steam. Like, what are you talking about? It was an exclusive for an entire year. Xbox exclusive. What do you mean it was never intended to be an exclusive? It was.
But games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios, regardless of size.
Regardless of size. So Matt Booty said high impact. He's like, we're ready to support him regardless of size. Oh, okay. Matt Booty just shut them down because he said they weren't making games big enough. High impact.
And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms as a place to just drive more business value out of those games, allowing us to invest in maybe future iterations of those, so sequels to those, or just other games like that in our portfolio. And
okay, Phil. So they were pitching you the sequel, according to Schreier's article. They were in during the town hall at ZeniMax. This is more from Schreier. So they were pitching you. So Tango was in the process of pitching a sequel, said the people who are not to be identified. During a town hall with ZeniMax staff on Wednesday morning, Xbox President Matt Booty praised Hi-Fi Rush, but did not specify why the company had shut down the development studio behind it, according to three people who were in attendance, the three people. Speaking about the closures more broadly, Booty said that the company's studios had been spread too thin, like, quote, peanut butter and bread. And that leaders across the division had felt understaffed. They decided to close these studios to free up resources elsewhere. Yo. All I heard is Booty was saying things. That's all I heard was Booty was up there going. He talks like the grandma from the Muppets or from Charlie Brown. You know what the from Charlie Brown, the mom that was like and Booty just talks. They're just like, really, Booty? What? He said that the company's studios have been spread too thin like peanut butter. Oh, he should have just said like shit on toilet paper. Come on, Booty. The jokes write themselves, Booty. The jokes write themselves. Holy crap, come on. What an opportunity. Booty could have just said not like peanut butter on bread, like shit on toilet paper. Come on, Booty. Everything, they all write themselves, man. That would have been a little bit of a levity to the situation. Come on now. Our studios are spread too thin like shit on toilet paper. Oh, there you go, Booty. I write the jokes for you. Get the people to like you some more. Come on, Booty. The company studios are spread too thin. Granted, I have a question. I have a question right now. The companies are spread too thin. Does that sound like a studio problem? Or does that sound like a management and resource problem? Yeah. That don't sound like a studio problem. That sounds like a booty problem. That sounds like a zit on his ass. That sounds like a you problem, Booty, because your job is to make sure things don't get in their way. Your job is to make sure everybody got what they need, Booty. So under your ass, how did the studios get too thin, like peanut butter on bread? Booty, 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 Booty. I'm asking you, Booty. You touch these games, you don't get, your job is to wake up in the morning and make sure nothing gets in their way. How did you let these studios get thin? How are they under-resourced? How are you have to, what, Booty, what? Well, here's a thought. Maybe putting the games on so many friggin' platforms day one maybe made the peanut butter on bread spread too thin. You ever think of that? Maybe that day one everywhere bitch is making these studios not have enough resources to do day one everywhere. You could have just asked Bonnie Ross on her way out. Bonnie, what happened to 343? You couldn't get co-op. Joseph Staten before he left. We couldn't get the game to where we wanted it to be because we had to worry about PC configurations. Unlimited budget, Delta. That's right. What happened? What happened, HR? What happened, Booty? How did they get too thin? How? That's your job. That's your job, Booty. And how are you managing all the... And you've just been managing Bethesda. Pete Hines left, Booty in charge. Bobby out, Booty in charge. I said this. How can this one person macro and micromanage at the same time? How can a person manage a whole publisher with multiple studios in it and then also manage Xbox studios to all the way down to Ninja Theory and see the production for all of them? How can one person oversee all that? Macro and micromanagement. You need somebody on each one managing. And what? The studio heads? He meets with every studio head for every publisher of Call of Duty, of ZeniMax, and then his own studio heads. The one guy. That's management over at Microsoft. One guy named Booty oversees it all. And Sarah Bonds on Xbox. A console that's minus 40% year over year. But we're letting go of the people that produced. Booty, you manage production studios. The people that produced are the ones that you are shutting down because the peanut butter on bread is spread too thin. And they wanted to make a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush. Wasn't that the reason why you put this on there? Wasn't that a reason why you put the games on? Why would you, and actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, Grinders, I don't even think they were able to get Hi-Fi Rush out on the Switch, right? Is that coming? Is that not coming? Is that canceled? Rush on the Switch? Is that canceled or? Hi-Fi Rush is not available on the Switch. The game is currently only available on Xbox and PC. Bethesda put it on PlayStation. Physical releases, limited run games. Is it not happening or is it happening? Is it still confirmed? I don't even know. Are they going to put it out as it's rated for the Switch? It was rated. So it didn't come out yet. Oh, here we go. Hi-Fi's Switch port in doubt as Microsoft culls Tango Gameworks and other studios. Grinders, here we go. So right now it's uncertain. What the fuck? What is this? Nintendo shitting on Xbox. See, now Nintendo's affected by... See what I mean? You went on that show, said we're bringing games to the Switch, and now you can't do it. See, Microsoft, you're shitting in everybody's cereal. You're pissing in everybody's coffee. There you go. Microsoft closes Redfall developable Arcane, Hi-Fi Rush. So they never addressed it yet. If Hi-Fi Rush is even going to make it. And this is what Booty said. These changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games. Dude, he basically said, you ain't a blockbuster, Hi-Fi Rush. They haven't even released a friggin' blockbuster game. Booty, you haven't released shit. Hi-Fi Rush was the only good thing that came out of Bethesda. Starfield was a friggin' ass-down, face-up loading screens. Hi-Fi Rush was face-down, ass-up. This was the only quality, and that's the one you shut down. When they want to make a sequel, how do you not embrace that? Like, dude, this is what you did. Here's more money. You should have doubled down on Tango. Look what they were able to do with that. Plus, that game was being built before that. You doubled down on something good. You don't shut it down. Full blockbuster. Who blockbuster? Who? We a fucking owl? Who? Who's a blockbuster? Black Nuts. Who's a blockbuster? You haven't released a blockbuster since you walked in that door, you booty hole. What blockbuster? You wouldn't know a blockbuster if it hit you in the ass. Blockbuster games. You think Indiana Jones a blockbuster? The fuck out of here. Bring Indiana Jones that goofy ass camera. Get the fuck out of here. Indiana Jones. Yeah. You can't. Hellblade 2 comes out in a week and a half. They haven't shown shit. They showed you a photo. Hell out of here. Blockbusters and beloved worlds. Oh shit. This guy jerking up. Oh shit. Which you have nurtured over many decades. What the fuck? What is the guy talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? The blockbusters. Get the hell out of here, Booty. What is high impact titles? You're shutting down the studio that made a high impact title. Oh, that's not good enough. Well, guess what, dude? I'm not telling you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Avowed? Is that a blockbuster title? Is that blockbuster? Is that I'm missing something? Oh, you missing something? Fake James. These Xbox. What blockbuster are you talking about? Oh, you put in all. Oh, know what? Maybe he said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if these sons of bitches saw the Fallout TV show and they just said, you know what? Shut down all this Bethesda shit. We got to put a bunch of money in making a new Fallout game. Remember that rumor? Remember that rumor that came out? Like they were saying, like, oh, they're in early talks to make a Fallout come sooner rather than later. Dude, you think that they are that desperate for friggin' cash getting their money back? They're like, yo, we need a pivot. We got to make a Fallout game. Get money. Somebody got to do it. We need a Fallout game to go to the TV show, like Halo. And watch how they mess up the second. Watch how they mess up the second season of Fallout. I hope not. It was good. But what a slap in the face to Tango. We're shutting you down because we're focusing on blockbuster games, beloved worlds, and high-impact titles. Phew. Shit. It shows you. They have no clue. The management has no clue. And they were in the midst of pitching them a sequel. How do you say, no, like, oh, no, we're shutting you down? No, you let them double down on it. You're putting the game on the Switch. You're putting it on PlayStation. You're getting more exposure to the Hi-Fi Rush brand as a franchise. You make a sequel. And you get them on it. Bigger and better. More licensed music. More moves. Maybe co-op. Go, go, go. Hit after hit after hit. Do I need to run the stove? Do I need to run it? I told you, right? That's what I would do. We got something here. We hit. That's how Sony puckered up their ass and bent the knee for Helldivers 2. They know they hit gold right now with Helldivers 2, and they can't mess that shit up. They already did. And they said, you know what? We're not going to hell with this bullshit with this PSN link. We're not going to shit on a good meal. We hit something here with our service game. We're going to ride that friggin' wave. And Sony's, their ass puckered up. You know how mad they are? They must have did drop kicks all over the friggin' place of people that pissed them off that they can't link their PSN. But Sony knows we're not shitting on a good meal. That's a good meal right now, Helldivers 2. That's a gold hit. You had something with Tango. You had something here. And instead of embracing it and double downing and adding more
number one customer,
co-op, more licensed music, all this shit. Hell, they're bringing back friggin' guitars right now for friggin' Fortnite. Turn it into a music mini game on the side where you could use a guitar. More for the gamers. Nope. Shut it down. Never happening again. No sequel. No sequel for you. Because I know what's best for you. That's what it is. I got you, Super Chats, man. I got you, Cosmic. Let's see. Cosmic Hero with the here he goes. And when thank you, Cosmic Hero. Sorry about that. Cosmic Hero 270 with the 10. He goes, and when Call of Duty fails, does Activision get shut down? God, Phil made an avalanche of a shit show. All this before Hellblade's release. What a joke. Yeah, exactly what I was alluding to. Right? Oh my God. Yeah, remember? And now that I was thinking about it, Josh just reminded me. He was like, well, when we buy Activision, we may bring back Guitar Hero. Oh, take a walk. Yeah, Phil, we're doing Guitar Hero. Just like he went on BlizzCon stage and hyped up StarCraft, and everybody was cheering for him. And meanwhile, the guy canceled it the next year. He's like, yeah, we're done with BlizzCon. I bullshitted you on stage to get applause. My T-Rex arms. Cosmic Hero with the 5. He goes, this is what happens when you let a 5-year-old Phil run around with an empty checkbook and he brought home too many friends. Exactly, dude. Yo, he Phil Nest his own friggin' management. It's like, let me buy him. The Game Night with the 5, he goes, the $375 million that Bobby Kotick, Big Booty Bobby, we refer to him as, received could pay for the estimated salaries of both Arcane, Austin, and Tango employees for the next 17 and a half years, right? It's a shame, dude. In Game Night, on top of that, the $70 billion that they spent on Activision. You know how many friggin' games they could have brought to Xbox platform? No many games they could have put in Game Pass. How many games they could have made exclusive. No many games they could have brought you, the gamer. Instead, they spent it to pay off Bobby Kotick and own Call of Duty, which is already coming to Xbox. Nobody asked this question, everybody. Yeah, Mech Assault's still happening, right, Claymores? Phil Spencer teased Mech Assault when he came on board in 2007, 16, 15. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll bring back Mech Assault. Yeah. He just says shit. He's excited about what he doesn't announce because nothing ever comes out. So he just keeps those secrets. He's not bringing back shit. If anything, this new statement right here means that they are going to give you less shit. They're going to give you more big, high-impact titles, service games. Set it and forget it, Minecraft style. That's what this is. This doesn't sound like you're getting more games. So what this means is they're going to do exactly what I said. ABK has become Microsoft Gaming. Exactly what Call of Duty did. They took ABK, they took like 6 studios that they had in there, and they said, all you want Call of Duty. That's where Microsoft's pivoting. They just told Bethesda right here, all these studios that ZeniMax has, well, guess what? We're all going to, once you put out your game, you're going on the Elder Scrolls team. You're going to go on the Starfield team. You're going to go on the ZeniMax Online team. Thank you for your contribution and your one and done game. Once you finish your project, we're reallocating you or you're gone. That's right, Kyle. You're forecasting a shitstorm. The Grindhouse Weatherman right now, everybody. Give him applause. Grindhouse Weatherman. Exclusive weather forecast. He's predicting an Xbox shitstorm. We're in it. Kyle, we're in it. What do we do? Kyle, what are we doing? Go into the bunker. Kyle's predicting an Xbox shitstorm. We're in it. We gotta get into the bunkers. Get into the bunkers. Fallout 76 style. Get out of here. Get out of the booty shitstorm. A big booty cloud in the sky. That's right. And that's what it sounds like. That sounds like the pivot. We're just going to take all these little things, all these little studios, and we're going to start putting everybody on big blockbuster franchises, high impact titles, service games that need that support, that need that follow up. There you go. Conforming all of them. And guess what? Why do you own a publisher, which is the motif of this show? Why do you own a publisher? Because you could conform the whole publisher to do exactly your bidding. You think they could have did this if they just had Starfield exclusive from Bethesda? No. They had to go buy a whole ass publisher so they could conform them into what they want, their vision. They believe in single big service games. That's what everybody's turning into now. So now the game is the service, not the service is the service. And that's what they're doing. That's what it looks like. And that's what the article said. So these are the things. And to keep continuing, Xbox still isn't done cutting costs. They sent voluntary buyout offers to some ZeniMax staff. So they're trying to buy off people. I know they're shutting the studios down, but they're trying to buy off executives to buy them out. Just go. We got this from here. Bad timing, perhaps. Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks. Activision purchase has ramped up scrutiny on Xbox and much more. The charade continues. Booty added that the shutdown of the subsidiary Arcane Austin, a longtime developer of games such as Prey, was not connected to the performance of the new multiplayer game Redfall. And now we found out yesterday that that DLC was in works, was working. They were planning to release it in October. And on top of that, they were going to drop the offline mode this spring, like this spring. That got all canceled. Before its closure, Arcane was looking to return to its roots by pitching a new single-player immersive sim game, such as the entry into the Dishonored series, according to people familiar. Jill Braff, head of ZeniMax, said in a town hall that she hoped the reorganization will allow the division, which also develops Fallout and Doom, to put more focus on fewer projects. It's hard to support 9 studios across the world with a lean central team and an ever-growing plate of things to do, she said, according to audio of the meeting reviewed by Bloomberg. I think we're about to topple over. So she's the head of ZeniMax. She was walking the line right there because she's the executive. So she has to be in agreement with Phil and Booty. She can't be like, this bullshit, because they'll get her out of there, just like P. Hines left. So she had to walk the line. Well, Phil Spencer and Booty would have got her out of there. So she's like, this is good. We've been doing too much focus. We have a lot of the reorganization will help us streamline. Oh, really? Because you know what's funny? Oh, I got the tapes, and we're going to go into them right now. We're going to go to the tapes. What's funny is that all the 9 studios was once a celebrated thing that you had so much going on. We had to hear from every one of them in the Xbox Roundtable. But now we need to be lean. Now we need to have more focus on the Fallouts, and we need more focus on bigger titles, really? Because if I remember the Phil Spencer We Bought Bethesda show, it was incredible the amount of stuff they had working on, and this was incredible, and Phil wasn't going to change anything. It was celebrated. Now, it's too much? Why is it too much? Oh, because Phil's daddy told him he spent too much money when he went to the arcade. And now daddy gets to get his money back. Oh, that's what happened. Because it was celebrated. And I got to show you how it was celebrated, Grinders. You think I'm going to just let that go? No, well, I'm going to show you that. We got a tweet from Mr. Warren. I'll get on it. So there you go. Both Tango and Arcane released games last year and were looking to hire additional staff as they pitched new projects. Remember, the first projects that they're working on under the $3 trillion company of Microsoft. Remember that. They were getting ready to pitch their new game with Big Daddy Microsoft. What? Somebody said Tom Warren's tweet. This is the bullshit. This makes no sense. So he tells ZeniMax when he closes the studios, Matt Booty. We just had it. Where's Matt Booty? Matt Booty tells them these changes of shutting down these studios is to further invest in Bethesda portfolio of blockbuster games and beloved worlds of high impact titles. Then in a Microsoft town hall, he goes, "We need small games that give us prestige and awards," said Matt Booty. Today. Microsoft says it needs games like Hi-Fi Rush the day after killing its studio. Xbox Studios leader describes wanting small, prestigious. Dude, they are drunk. Go home. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is, you tell me the management don't need to get the hell out of town? We got the 2 quotes from him yesterday and today. We need games like Hi-Fi Rush, and meanwhile he shuts them down. I need a break. I need a break.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Now we know why he's called Booty, because he talks out his
Holy
ass.
Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Now we know why he's Booty. That's not his real name. It's not his real name, Grinders. It's not his real name. That's the code name. That's Phil's pillow talk name for him. His name is Matt Fuego. Matt Fuego. But they call him Matt Booty because he has the history of talking out his ass. There we go. Official confirmed. You heard it here first. His name is Matt Fuego. But they call him Matt Booty because he has a history of talking there. You know, like Timmy 2 times? Timmy 2 times. Hey, that's Booty. Matt Booty. Why are you talking about Matt Booty? Why is he called Matt Booty? Because he talks out his ass all the time. Oh, okay, that's it. That's his nickname. That's Phil's pet name for him. His real name is Matt Fuego Diego, whatever his name is. Smith. His name is Matt Fuego Smith. There's his real name. That's a stage name. That's right. It's a stage name. On his official thing, it's Matt Fuego Smith. But they just refer to him as Matt Booty because he talks out his ass. They say, oh, here he comes again. It's Timmy 2 times. There's Phil Ness. And there's Matt Booty. No, that's Matt Booty. Yeah, that's Matt Booty. Why you call Matt? He shuts up the place and he talks out his ass. You don't know what he's talking about. Oh, okay. That's what we call Matt Booty. That's his pillow name. His pet talk. That's his. When he goes into Microsoft headquarters, he's like, I'm no longer Matt Fuego Smith. I am Matt Booty. You believe this shit, dude? They are drunk. They are drinking the Phil Ness booty juice over there. The hypocrisy is crazy. They don't even know what to. One day after Microsoft announced it shuts down Ford Studio, Matt Booty held a town hall to discuss the futures. We need smaller games to give us prestige. Holy Jesus. He tells Microsoft town hall one thing. He tells Bethesda another thing. He's like, oh, yeah. I told them over at ZeniMax that we're looking at big blockbuster games and big franchises and big franchises. I said that at the ZeniMax town hall meeting, but here at the Microsoft meeting, we need more smaller games from everybody over here. We need smaller games from you guys. But we told Bethesda we need the big games, and we told you we need the small games. And that's exactly what it is. We found it. Booty just exposed himself. There it is. So they're going to use the tentpole games of Call of Duty, of Activision and Blizzard, Activision and ZeniMax, and they're going to make Xbox Game Studios little rinky-dink games for Game Pass. That's why he tells Microsoft at Town Hall, we need small games from you, baby games. Who knows? Maybe they'll make one of their little studios. Maybe they'll go to Double Fine and say, Double Fine, you make Hi-Fi Rush too. Why not? We got friggin' Forza. We got Playground Games making Fable. We got a racing studio making an open world RPG fantastical game with English humor. We could get one of these studios over here. You know what? Who's this? Undead Labs. Yeah, you do Hi-Fi Rush too. There you go. Do something. Do something with it. There you go. We got Hi-Fi. Who wants to do Hi-Fi Rush 2? I'm auctioning it off. Who's this? Hi, I'm a new guy here, the intern. Hey, intern, you do Hi-Fi Rush 2. Excellent. Good job. All right, Hi-Fi Rush 2 is in development. The hell out of here, dude. Wild. They are just a joke. Get out of gaming. Like, seriously. I wish they went the other way, man. I wish Microsoft just took their shit and went home. Like, just stop. You have no, you want to get trust and gain trust. Like, dude, just take your shit and go home. Get out of here. Just get out of gaming. Xbox, just do your AI, do Office, do Windows. Just get the hell out of here. Get out. Like, just done. Like, you're irrelevant. You're shitting up the place. You're ruining the gaming. Just walk out. Done. You're not impressing anybody. Nobody gives a shit what you're working on. You don't even give a shit what you're working on. You should be talking about Hellblade 2. You're talking about we need small games. Get the hell out of here and tell the other people that we need big games. What, Bethesda's not going to hear you? But Booty's like, they don't know. I just told ZeniMax yesterday that I want big games from them, big blockbusters. That's why we're shutting down them. But they'll never find out that I said that. Booty. Booty with his evil laugh. He's like, shit. What the hell's going on? They will never find out that I said that yesterday. It was in secrets. Nobody shares out my transcript. That Booty. He thinks he's clever. He's like, I told ZeniMax. Nobody will know that I said that. Booty. Booty, you've been exposed 3 ways. Ass cheeks wide open. The evil Booty laugh. That's right. It's the evil Booty laugh. He's like, they'll never get me. Meanwhile, Sarah Bond's emails are getting exposed. They're getting forwarded to friggin' Windows Central. Nobody asked.
Number 1 customer.
And nobody asked why. They're like, I got Sarah Bond's emails. That was her team. Windows Central. Bootleg Jez. How the hell did you get on the email list? Oh, they confirmed it was they sent it out. I'm like, they confirmed that their emails that were private got sent to you. And Booty not going to find out about this. Dude, they are a mess. They are a friggin' mess. I told you. They're a shit show. They chum the water. They have no clue. They spent all this money. Daddy, what was that checkbook, right? Kylie here said an empty checkbook. Yeah, they went around and just spent money. They didn't know what to do with this shit. They were all over the place. How are you going to gain trust in a nobody? And then what? They're going to come on stage and be like, oh, and here's a portable Xbox. Whip your ass with this. Who's buying that shit? You'll be a clown.
You're my number 1 customer.
If you love Xbox so much and you're just going to say, yeah, sure, but it's your fault that you go down this hole. Because I'm telling you right now, and if you listened to me 5-6 years ago, you would have known this now. Don't invest in it. They don't know what they're doing. Would you get in a car with somebody that doesn't know how to drive and say, take me on a ghost chase? Like, would you get in on a boat? The captain's like, I'd never, welcome aboard, everybody. I've never driven a boat before. I don't know what this button does. Enjoy your cruise. Would you do that? Would they say, hey, you know what? It's $1,000 cruise, but you're going to go on it. 1,000 per person, but they're not giving you a discount. They gave 2,000 per person. The captain never did this shit before. Good luck. Are you gonna put money down and do that? I wouldn't be putting money in Microsoft right now. They don't know what the hell they're doing with their gaming. Their gaming is all over the place. Just like they name Xbox. They get that you know that toilet bowl? Well, you playing on it? That's an Xbox. What? Yeah, shit. Yeah. Whatever you say, drunk Phil. Whatever you say. I don't like that evil Booty laugh. I forgot. No, we got the real evil Booty laugh is this one. It's like, they will never know. Oh yes. Yes. Listen to Booty. You forget. He farts every time he laughs. That's why they call him Booty. The phrase, the point that Jesus take the wheel. Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, here's my take me away. Get the hell out of here with this horse shit. Take me away. That's right. That's the real Booty laugh. What do we got? Marty McFly? I don't know. Tell us. Marty McFly, go to the future. Tell us what the hell happened to Xbox. Marty McFly, I'll give you an assignment. Get into DeLorean. Go there. Tell me if Phil's still employed by December. I need to know. Marty McFly, get back here. Tell us what's going on. He's always talking shit to Floyd. That's right. Holy crap. Cosby. Oh, man. Hit that like button, grinders. Holy shit. They stink. Oh, that trash finger don't come in the grindhouse. We're behind the... Remember, over 350, we're behind the frosted glass. We're protected from Booty trash finger. Just remember that. We are all behind the frosted grindhouse glass where quality is. We know about the other side of that frosted glass. Cosmic Hero with the 10, he goes, all this because Sony was going to get Starfield exclusive and Activision was giant off. What a joke. Yeah, right, Cosmic Hero? Like, they fought for this deal so much and it bit them in the ass because all of a sudden they spent $80 billion, the richest company in the world, and now they want their money back. And now they're pivoting left and right, cartwheel friggin' gymnastics style. They're ready for the Olympics. Anonymous Boss with the 5, he goes, what's good? Weezed in the chat, and Xbox is the best box. Jez, what are we doing here? Liza, Phil, Big Booty Bobby, and Big Booty shitting up the place. Thank you, Anonymous Boss. VIP, 5 months. He's on his way. Holy crap. Game Night with the 5. Here he goes. It says, their messaging is all over the place. How in the span of one day, the ink isn't even wet yet and dry, do you go from wanting to have big games to smaller games that can win awards? Hi-Fi Rush did that. That's why before I even saw that tweet, I said exactly what you should have done with Hi-Fi Rush, and that's exactly what the dope said to the Microsoft Town Hall. Dude, they guys stop having town halls and make some goddamn games. All right, stop shutting shit down. Back to we're trying to get through the Bloombergs. We're trying to get to this thing. Oh, we're done. Okay, yeah. So we found out that Redfall, they were trying to make a new game, an immersive sim game. They were trying to staff up for that. And Hi-Fi Rush, they wanted to make a sequel. And Booty said, not for you, and shut it down. Now, remember what Jill Braff said, right, about all this stuff? Well, let's go, let's go back in time. Oh, well, what's this? What's this? Monty McFly, look, I'm going back in time. Bethesda joins Xbox. Oh, the receipts. Let's hear what Arcane Austin had to say.
I'm Harvey Smith, studio director and co-creative director at Arcane Austin. Early on, when we were working on Dishonored, we had these meetings at Bethesda, to sort of pitch what we had done, show off the most recent milestone. And there was a moment when one of the execs asked about some of the stranger elements that we had in it, sort of 1850s steampunk or gas lamp kind of stuff, and complimented it, really liked it. And we looked at each other at the time and said, we've kind of been holding back. We love those elements too. We think they're what make the game really distinct. And the advice we were given wasn't be conservative or be safe. It was like double down on that. And so once we were given that green light, we just rolled hard into what people started calling the whale punk aesthetic of the game. The type of games that we work on, they're a blend of first-person shooter and RPG. Not fully one or the other, but there's something distinct, something in the middle. We love simulated elements, from the AI to the physics to the player's powers and movement abilities, and the way those things can interact in manners that we didn't even foresee. The environmental storytelling, the locations that we put so much love and lore into. There are also characters in all our games that are very important to us. Mindy Blanchard was an important character for us. We launched a game with Billy Lurk, which we were very proud to do. We love that character. Standing on the stage at the Bethesda showcase and announcing to the world Dishonored 2, and we rolled out Emily Caldwin as a protagonist for the first time, and it was just a super exciting moment. And the response we got from players, especially women who at the time didn't have as many representational avatars, all of that is just super important to us. It's not quite the same game that any other person would make, and to have the right partners that support us through that is just critical. And it's really the culture that Bethesda set up, that Robert Altman set up, that makes us feel safe to run in the directions we want to run in. So for us, being part of Xbox is very similar to when Arcane first joined with Bethesda. It was like, hey, here's a partner we trust, here's a partner who wants to make good games, and it's just like you can't do creative work unless you feel like somebody has your back, somebody's setting up the right environment for you. And at the end of the day, at the end of your career, it's not about which awards you won or how much money you made. It's really about those moments where the players tell you what it was like for them to experience a particular character or particular combat or particular stealth moment. It's just so powerful when they talk about how the game has impacted them and their lives. Our goal is just to keep doing what we love and keep making players happy.
Hi. And here's a guy that actually had a problem. There you go. Arcane Austin. Great being part of Microsoft. Somebody you trust and want to make great game. There you go. His next game, Wordful. And next game is Hit the Road. Shut the whole Arcane down. Arcane Austin, done. They got this guy now, and he's only around probably because they're working on Blade. We'll see how long that takes. But he had some things to say, and he was pissed. And I think he deleted his tweet, but he was like, you know, you don't tell us to make great games, then we finally make them, and then you just shit on them. Like, he said something along those lines, not with that egregious of shit, but he basically said that on there. But they're right, the trust with the developers. Sign my ass! Hey, with the 200 seek, he goes, serious question. What do you think so many people defend Microsoft? To me, it's either U.S. people that own a lot of stock, or some nationalism that goes way back and people can't take the fact that Japanese companies do better in the field they love. You know, I don't really think it's any of, like, there may be people that feel that way. I don't think so. What I feel is the reason why there's such a defense from Xbox is, first off, because they were the underdog for so long and everybody loves a friggin' underdog story. Secondly, they pretended that they course corrected. See, what they did is that in the 360, they were doing their thing. At the end of the 360, and thank you again for the super chat. At the end of the 360, they had a messaging problem, a communication problem. They talked about TV and all this other stuff. Well, that was a mistake, and they lost a lot of, clout. Like, they don't care about gaming. Well, the problem is that they got Don Matrick out. They tried blaming everybody of the executive team. Don Matrick was gone, and Phil Spencer came in, and he was doing the whole, I hear you, I'm going to turn it around, I take Connect out of the box, and it was the comeback story. Because that E3 moment of Sony announcing that stuff, that turned the entire generation of Xbox and PlayStation. It completely flipped it. When Sony just said, we're doing $400, we're not doing TV, no camera in the box. And they wanted that moment back. And they felt that Microsoft was doing the moves, and Phil was that guy. He was that gamer. He was listening to them. He heard them. But in that whole thing, they wound up celebrating him instead of celebrating the platform. That's the issue. They were celebrating the man and what he said. And maybe he believed in some of that stuff, but none of that stuff came to reality. And nobody doubted. They're like, oh, it's coming. Trust me. And that's the problem. The problem was it became not a celebration of the gaming and of the hardware, but it became more of a social celebration of Phil Spencer. And Phil Spencer, he was a gamer. He's one of us. And at first, he sold a good piece. He had a good campaign. But it took a couple of years where you realized that the stuff that he was saying was not coming true. The things he was promising weren't coming around. And Microsoft had a different vision for what gaming was. And they were taking us on that ride. And on that ride, there were no games. There were excuses. But they always hoped that it was going to catch up and they were going to get that moment back. But that's what I feel would happen. And now they know that moment's never happening. And I knew that moment was not going to happen. Oh, True Virgil, you want to suck his ass. You say it in the chat all the time, True Virgil. Don't talk about you don't celebrate him. You said you want him behind the frosted glass, pants down, ass up. Oh, shit, pause. True Virgil, come on now. You talk about signing Phil's ass behind the frosted glass. Tell me you don't celebrate him. You're aware of him. Oh, shit. But there's the serious question. There's the answer. That's why I feel. But anyway, isn't that crazy how they celebrated Arcane Austin? Again, all this PR stuff. Trust me, they're going to be good. They're going to be better under us. Hit that like button, grinders. Let's get those 200 likes. But then, wait, the video continues. So we got Leon, but guess what? Uh-oh. What's next?
Yeah, I just want to warn everyone at Xbox. Now I get to be weird and awkward with you all.
Yeah, he was pissed off about that. That's Arcane Leo.
Hi, I'm Shinji Mikami from Tokyo, Tango Game Works. 僕たち、単語のスタッフは、約10年前に、ここ東京で、若いスタッフを中心として、新しいゲームをどんどん作っていこう。そして新しい、クリエイターの人、東京。
Yeah.
新しいゲームをどんどん作って、東京、単語ゲームワークス。
Tango Gameworks was here in Tokyo 10 years ago. A friggin' decade. This studio existed 10 years. And this was back in 2021. So they were over 10 years by now. Manios, thank you for the gifted grinding. Thank you, gifted member.
スタッフは、約10年前に、ここ東京で、若いスタッフを中心として、新しいゲームをどんどん作っていこう。そして新しい、
New games.
クリエイターの人たちにチャンスを与えようというところでスタートを切りました。それからベセスタさんとは非常にいいリレーションシップを構築しながら頑張ってきました。で、この度、Xbox
We look for a forward inspiration that will spark from a new relationship with the people at Xbox. So you got to realize too, like ZeniMax was a publisher, right? ZeniMax Media, they acquired studios. That's like what he said. We worked with Arcane Austin. They acquired Arcane. And they worked with them, with Dishonored and stuff like that. Like Bethesda ZeniMax was a publisher, so they bought them already. They already went. They weren't like developers out independent. They were part of Bethesda from their acquisition. So now ZeniMax sold themselves to Microsoft. So they were working with Bethesda, with ZeniMax for the longest time, 10 years. He was 10 years for the development, but now we got purchased by them. Arcane said he was working, so they weren't working 10 years. Sorry about that. But they were acquired by ZeniMax. They were integrated into ZeniMax. And Microsoft then bought that. Yo, Manios, the 5. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. 5 gifted grinders. So here goes. The relationship with the people at Xbox.
と一緒に仕事するっていうことで、今後どういう化学反応が起きるかっていうことに対して非常に、僕たちはエキサイティングしています。今後の僕たちはまず、僕たちクリエイターが面白いものを作る、でそしてそれ以上にお客さんの満足、高い満足をすごく重要視したゲーム。
Most importantly, we do our best to make games that achieve customer satisfaction and high satisfaction.
作りをしていきたいと思っています。なんでよろしくお願いします。We look forward to join Xbox family. Thank you.
And now we come back to the executive thing. Listen to this.
First of all, I just have to say it's so nice to see all their faces. I know it's on video, but I miss them all. I've had this unique privilege of being able to travel the world, to spend time with these studios, and I don't know if everyone knows that we have all these studios around the world, so it's...
And we have this interesting thing where we look for some sort of common DNA, I guess you would say, in terms of what they're about or what they're trying to do, but you can also tell in listening to these folks, like, well, in one video, you've got the guy who invented survival horror, some folks who took Wolfenstein, which had no dialogue, and suddenly it's got tons of story and character, and Arcane, what they do, like, it's that sort of being able to diversify while still having some sort of core DNA and some shared identities.
Yeah. Wow. That sounds a little different than what we were just seeing where Jill Braff, head of ZeniMax, said that this reorganization will allow the division, which also develops Fallout and Doom, focus more on fewer projects. Because she said, quote, it's hard to support 9 studios across the world. Excuse me? They were happy that they were so massive and they have their DNA and they're going back and forth. It's hard to support 9 studios across the world. That lady just said she was visiting them and now it's after COVID. Now it's a trouble. Now it's a problem. We were about to topple over. She says, I think we were about to topple over. Topple? Excuse me? Well, I didn't hear about toppling over here. I didn't hear about. Did you hear about toppling over?
Say it's so nice to see all their faces. I know it's on
I didn't hear
video,
about
but
peanut butter
I
and
miss
bread.
them all. I've had this
You heard about
unique
peanut butter?
privilege of being able to travel the world.
She traveled.
To
She
spend
good.
time with these studios, and I don't know if everyone knows that we have all these studios around the world. So it's
Oh, I thought we're toppling over. This is too much work. What happened? Why are we toppling over now? You didn't add any more studios. You got acquired by Phil Spencer and $3 trillion. If anything, you must have had a bigger buffer than you were able to manage all these studios and travel the world with ZeniMax money. What happened? Microsoft money not good enough now? What happened? I don't know, Grinders. Like, this is the hypocrisy that we, like, you went from ZeniMax money to $3 trillion budget. There, see the face Pete Hines has? Bitch, please explain to me. What's going on? Phil, I need answers.
And we have this interesting thing where we look for some sort of common DNA, I guess you would say, in terms of what they're about or what they're trying to do. But you can also tell, and listening to these folks, like, well, in one video, you've got the guy who invented survival horror.
My God.
Some folks who took Wolfenstein, which had no dialogue, and suddenly it's got tons.
Stop it. We heard all this already.
Of story and character and arcane.
We got a surprise, though.
What they do, like, it's
Let's hear
that
the surprise.
sort of being able to diversify while still having some sort of core DNA and some shared identity.
incredible to me.
Yeah, definitely. As you're watching all of the pieces, you feel some common threads that come out. One is trust and confidence. Robert's mentioned a lot.
Oh,
the
man,
way
Phil,
that
you didn't
Bethesda
drop those.
supported teams to do new things. And we've said this in Xbox as we've been planning for this moment for so long. This is an opportunity for us to learn as an organization from a team that's done work incredibly well.
What's going on? Sanders, what's going on? It's Mega Maid.
No!
She's gone from suck to blow. What? They're getting all their air back. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Sign me, please. I will bend over and touch. My knees tell me it.
Learn and try.
We all play the naked exclusive games and like. To my face, thank you.
Oh, my God. Phil learned it. Look at this bullshit. Those hands. Holy shit. He learned. Oh, no, exactly what the 10 is. I'm like, oh, no. Anthony Perez with the 10. He goes, not surprised Booty and Phil are clueless. But how did Microsoft sign off $80 billion before understanding the numbers, right? I know, Anthony. It makes no sense. Blind leading the blind. Guess Microsoft saw Xbox as pennies, so they didn't bother tracking. You're right. They had buyer's remorse, Anthony. That's what it seems like, dude. It makes no sense. It's like, how did $80 billion, spending $80 billion, go under the radar? Oh, shit, now we got to get it back. Phil, what? He had no games to begin with. You knew last year what was coming out this year. You're not getting that money back. You think, I said, nothing's as big as Starfield. You think Avowed and Hellblade, too, we're going to get that money back? $80 billion? Come on. Now they're debating whether it's going to go in Game Pass or not. Dude, they're counting their money. If they put Call of Duty in Game Pass, they're ready. They're praying that PlayStation sells triple the amount to make up that money. Keep going, Phil. We're not done.
Worked with such a diverse set of studios, giving them a sense of confidence. And you heard the stories that allow them to go and try new creative things in different ways, not stay safe. Like, that's the goal as a platform holder, and the aspiration that we have. We don't need 15 games that are trying to do the same thing. We would like to try 30 different things across 15 different games. It's even more now when you think about all the studios. So,
wow, Phil. Well, that's different than what Matt Booty just told them. Right? Matt Booty just said we're going to focus on... Gee, Booty, get your quote in here. What did Booty say? High-impact titles and investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games and beloved worlds. Really? Because Phil says that we're doing something else. Right, Phil? We're doing something else, Phil? Holy crap, the grindhouse is going wild here. What's going on? Oh, no, where was it? Where did my video go? Now I lost it. Shit. Where'd it go? Phil Ness, I have so many tabs open. This is chaos. Where's my video that I was just playing? Uh-oh, grinders. I lost my video with Phil Ness. Where's the video I was just playing? Oh, there it is. Gotcha, Phil. There we go. So that's completely different. Welcome, Mr. Carter, VIP Grinder. Flex those emojis. Hit that like button, Grinders. Thank you again, Mr. Carter.
So I love just listening and learning from what you and the teams have built.
Goodness
and
gracious.
hearing the sense of confidence that the teams have of we can go try to do new things. We can go work with another partner that we have and learn from that. Really amazing work. And I just can't wait to learn more and more about how you've done that over the years.
Now, I do want.
Oh, man, Phil. What are we doing here? No, wait. But wait. Grinders, there's more. Yo, what's up, Frogs? How you doing? Yo, but wait, there's more. Listen to the 2 new studios. Oh, this was sad when I watched this.
I want to highlight one thing, which is we have 2 more studios that we haven't talked about yet. And there's a reason for that, which is, well, they're not working on games that we're ready to talk about. So, and they just acquired, but we need to mention.
They just acquired them, and they're making games that they haven't talked about yet. They just acquired them. I wonder what they are. Grinders, do you have any idea who you think these 2 new studios are that they just acquired before Phil bought their ass? Do you have a guess, Grinders? I'll leave it a little bit. Do you have a guess of what the new studios that they bought who weren't able to announce their games just yet? You want to take a guess? Tick tock, tick tock. You want to take a guess? I'll give you some. I'll give you some nice grindhouse music. I'll leave you time to guess.
First development. My name is Matt Booty. Here is your coffee order. 2 creams, 1 sugar.
That's right. While you're thinking about it, hit that like button. Hit the friggin' like button. This is golden right now. This is golden. No, what games what studios? They just acquired them. They weren't about. No idea. Ryan don't know. No idea. Nobody knows. What could they be, Sergeant? What could they be? Let's play. Hit that like button, and we're gonna hit the play. I wonder who it could be. I'm so confused. New games, new studios that they just acquired. Why don't you tell us more? Who could it be? I'm surprised. Who? Let's see.
Our colleagues up in Wisconsin and in Nova Scotia as well.
Yes, so Roundhouse Studios joined us last year. And like Pete said, they're in Wisconsin. And then we also added another mobile studio to the family called Alpha Dog. And so we're not quite ready to talk about what they're up to.
Ooh, I like it. Teams working on secret projects. Come on, that's what everyone.
Plus, they have amazing hockey jerseys. Alpha Dog makes studio high. Well, they're in Nova Scotia, and they're amazing. They're the envy of everybody else.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Texas to Nova Scotia.
We cover everything.
Phil's ready, right? You ready to go to Nova Scotia, Phil?
I'm ready.
Ready? Phil gonna go see Nova Scotia? Go visit the team that they're no longer there?
Game over.
Grinders. Do you believe this? It's like we're in the friggin' Twilight Zone. Ouch, right? Ouch. You believe that? They just acquired ZeniMax. When was when was this interview? This circle jerk thing? 3 years ago. They just acquired those 2 studios. They didn't announce their games yet. They were secret projects they were working on. You believe it? Those 2. Done. Keep your hockey jerseys, Phil said. But then they said, Phil, you want to go to Wisconsin? And Matt Booty, you see, you got him wrong, and you're letting them. You're firing email, Matt Booty. You got him wrong. It's Roundhouse Studios and Alpha Dog Games. Good job, Booty. But Phil, you want to go visit Wisconsin? No, everybody. Where does Phil want to go? Grinders, hit the friggin' like button. Where does Phil want to go, everybody? Phil, you want to go to Wisconsin? Greenberg just asked him. Phil, you want to go to Wisconsin? No, where you want to go, Phil? Tell us. You just bought ZeniMax. Tell us where you're going, Phil. Where you going? You just bought ZeniMax. You just won the Super Bowl. You just bought ZeniMax for $77 billion. Phil, tell us where you're going next. You going to Disneyland? No. Phil, where you going?
To go to Tokyo.
Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah, I mean, go see Tango, a studio that I just have such respect for, the history of the creations there. I've talked for a long time about our desire to have more of a first-party presence in Japan. This is a great step there. So, I mean, just thinking about the map of where these teams are, and just talking about all the games
they're working on, but I can't wait to spend more time with the Tango team and get to know them.
You may have forgotten.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh, no.
Spirit,
Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Let's go! Yes! 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 Yes!
Wild. Wild. Yes, Atari fan. I just covered that. He likes maps. Wild. Dude. It is insane. It is insane. Phil's gonna return. It's not even, Mr. Tennis. It's not even funny anymore. It is just. It is like the Twilight Zone. It is like the Twilight Zone. Mr. Carter said it is funny. It is like the friggin' Twilight Zone. You've always wanted to be in Japan. Oh, I want to go to Tango Gameworks. I want to find them. Wow, man. They just acquired those two studios. You didn't nurture them. You let them go. Roundhouse, and you even got their names wrong when you fired them. DJ Callie Spencer. I just insane. Just insane. I want to go visit them. You want to go visit them. Yeah, you go visit them. 3 years ago, we went to go visit them. My goodness. And then they removed the thing on the and then here you go. Like we said all this stuff. But Hi-Fi Rush was a breakout hit, Aaron Greenberg said just a year ago. Posting a group of photos. The 3 Bethesda studios, Arcane, Tango, and Alpha Dog, are being shuttered, and the team at Roundhouse Studios is moving on to ZeniMax Online. The studio closures come less than 6 months after they just laid off 1,900 Activision, Blizzard, Xbox employees, and just months after Sony closed its own game studios, layoff in 900. Inside Xbox, there's now uncertainty about what the future holds and question. Remember, this is Tom Warren, so there's a spin on this one, so you got to be sure. They got to throw Sony in there. Meanwhile, Jim Ryan had a picture with them. They touted all over the internet that Jim Ryan visited London Studios and then he closed them down. London Studios wasn't making. They haven't released the game. All right, but Jim Ryan taking a picture with them, that was a hoot. Dude, you got Phil Spencer saying he wants to visit them. Inside Xbox, there's now uncertainty about the future holds and questions for Microsoft gaming strategy. While Microsoft is looking towards more PC-like future for its Xbox console, the company continues to battle a slowdown in Game Pass subscribers and lackluster Xbox consoles and game launches. Phil did the same thing, true? A combination of these events lead to 4 previous Xbox games exclusively launching to the PlayStation and some landing on the Switch. Microsoft has been considering bringing Gears of War to rival consoles. We're still waiting to see if that collection is confirmed. And now Microsoft is having internal debates about whether to put new releases of Call of Duty on Game Pass. I understand this is a debate that's been going internally for quite some time, and concerns from some of the revenue that Call of Duty typically generates for Activision Blizzard will be undermined by Game Pass. Really? I thought Game Pass makes people buy more and play more. That's what I thought. What do you mean it'll be undermined?
Bullshit.
Oh, damn, Arnold don't agree. I thought it makes people buy more and play more. What are you talking about? I'm told Microsoft has considered increasing the price of Game Pass Ultimate again.
Game over.
The debate, their only consideration, so a final decision could mean that we'll still see a future Call of Duty release appear in most versions of Game Pass. The debate internally reflects the fact that Microsoft's Xbox strategy has shifted from just delivering its games exclusively into Game Pass to considering bringing Xbox games to multiple platforms. There's Matt Booty's thing. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, it seems that they are going to put their games on other devices, and hopefully that offsets the ability for them to put their game in Game Pass. And we'll see how that pivot goes. But none of this stuff is like, it's all just crapshoot. There's no strategy. They're pivoting left and right. They're trying to figure out this thing. And like I said before, they spent all this money and they don't know what to do. They have no vision. Nothing. It's a crapshoot. They're trying to figure out ways to make their money back. And what's sad is that people's jobs, and not only that, because like I said before, like that's the worst part of it. And hopefully they do find work. But it's not even that. It's as gamers, the games, the franchises, less was supposed to be getting more. And to end us all with basically a summary of the whole thing, we're going to play. Josh Groban is going to take us out. So I want to thank you, Grinders, for all coming on through this impromptu gaming grindhouse. And hit that like button on your way out. And enjoy the tunes and the credits of thanking the VIP members. And we're going to get that VIP Ask the Grindhouse Anything. I didn't see Warrior Street. I'll get into it another time. I'll wrap this up here. But Josh Groban, and thank you again, everybody. And Josh Groban especially going to thank you because Bill Spencer, we need answers.
Grab your control.
Hit us, Groban. Thank you, Grinders. Hit that like button. $80 billion.
And we will always be beat. Gonna spend more cash, make ourselves complete. Yeah. We need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash.
Ultimate Grinder music right now.
To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by fearless and booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care. We start by bringing pen and men. Sea of Thieves, high-fi, rushing round at games. Over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch, big booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do? $80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by fearless and booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more something, it's time to show we care.
Thanks again, Grinders. Josh Groban can't stop singing. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. Yes, that stream will be coming. We'll be doing it. Oh, man. Well, Josh Groban, let him sing it. Let him sing again. Hit it, Josh Groban. Encore.
$80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by fearless and booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care. We start by bringing pen and men. Sea of Thieves, high-fi, rushing round at games. Over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch, big booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do?